G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the game between Geelong and Collingwood, and the Cats get the chocolates by 3 points in an absolute all-time classic game. Oh, so stressful throughout the game, and yeah, not to mention the last, 4 or so minutes of game time. It was an absolute titanic struggle all night. The Cats started off really well, kicking the first 3 goals. So, we're clearly up and about early on in the game to get the scoreboard ticking over in a positive fashion. Context here is the Pies restrict most teams to between 60 and 70 points, I think around that mid-60s mark. So, early on it was looking pretty promising. Scoring did dry up. The Pies' pressure did ramp up. They responded, as you expected they would. Early on, though, transition was good. The clearance game was struggling. But I'm going to say we turned it around at some stage in the piece. Otherwise, the Pies would have won by a pretty big margin. The theme I'm sensing and have been seeing a little bit of late is, even though we're not playing at our absolute best, we're still not getting blown out on the scoreboard. I think that's down to the backs just doing an amazing job, not wilting, I guess, under opposition pressure as much, not allowing easy goals to come through. So potentially in the past, you can let easy goals go through, and then all of a sudden you're 6 goals down, whatever it might be. Versus if you stopped a few of those and you're 2 goals down instead, being a bit more stingy with not letting goals go through as easily. Pies had a good amount of chances, and it felt for a lot of the game that they had pretty good control, especially across that second and third term. But I guess as the roller coaster goes, we started the game off really well. We set ourselves up early in that last quarter. Didn't finish the game off particularly well. It was a pretty crazy finish, and probably makes it one of the greatest home and away games of all time, in my opinion. Irrespective of the crisp result, which, almost looked like a fairy tale was about to happen there. Such as the moment I threw the remote away, swear my head off. When he marked it, I thought the one bloke marking the ball, 48 out. We'll get to that shortly. But I was really impressed when we ramped up that pressure in the last quarter. We gave the ball back to the Pies a fair bit, especially across the second and third term. Just couldn't get it inside 50, and when we did try to, Darcy Moore would intercept, Quainer would intercept. Everyone, pretty much everyone from the Pies' perspective were able to intercept and then rebound back the other way, and then had really dangerous looks when on the turnover. So, Pies from the clearance game got back into it early in the game. Just rebound off half back. D50 transition was really dangerous from the Pies' point of view. They probably, they had a good amount of chances. Defensively, we held up relatively well, conceding 87 points overall. And the Pies had a lot of decent looks. But, they didn't execute perfectly from their perspective throughout the game. And, pressure, high-pressure game. And, special shout-outs to the back line that held up really well, considering the supply they did have. It kicked against them. And, the pressure ramp up in the last quarter was crazy good. It was, you'd have to, just have to watch it again just to get a real good look at it. But, we kept our front half. We were a bit more careful with the ball going inside 50 rather than blasting it and then getting intercepted, then turnover on the way back. So, we tried our best not to give the ball back to them, because a big score source for them is from D50 transition. And, we're able to find a few more marks leading up towards the 50. And then, deeper entries, more pressure, cause chaos where possible. I didn't think early in the game or late in the game we got intercept marked against much. Whether that was the Pies spoiling each other, whether that was us competing and fighting in the marking contest as well. Contributed to, a lot of chaos balls, ground ball. All you got to do is get an inside 50 and just not get marked against. And then your small forwards can go to work, and didn't they what? And didn't Paddy... Oh, we'll talk about Paddy in a bit more detail soon, but he was absolutely heroic. There's some games he plays and you go, gosh, that's one of the great games. And then he almost lifts again and you go, gosh, that's a great game as well. And then, he's unbelievable. It's interesting with the ending of the game. You go, all right, 17 points, 4 minutes. We're close. We're pretty close to being home here, but you're never home against the Pies when there's only a couple of minutes and there's less than 3 goals in it. They're always enough to make you nervous. Had we found a few more marks, it would have been good, but I'm sure the Pies mode would be just man up everyone and back shoulder, rebound. And, it just comes down to the Pies are really good too, so it's not always like, how bad were Geelong here, but how good the Pies were. But I think De Koning fell asleep a little bit. Mindcheck took a couple of contested marks, and the one in the goal square was really poor. Had we spoiled that, there's probably no heroics after the siren. The Lockie Schultz one, there's lots of controversy being talked about that. It's hard to really clearly get it on the camera on exactly what happened. Blitz claimed he touched it. I bet Blitz he's a pretty honest man, so he got questioned on that after the game. So that'll be what it'll be. That's what happens in close games. There's more controversy towards the end as well, but what if there was a potential touch in the second term or the third term? But because it's late in the game, there's a magnifying glass put on it, and Pies fans assuming that they just win if that's called a goal is also potentially farcical. But anyway, another one was Bobby Hill chase down tackle on Manor. There's been lots of conjecture on this one, and quite clearly a tackle needs to be legal for the entire duration of the tackle. If you tackle someone and you start... The logic that I'm seeing here is if you tackle someone at the start and then all of a sudden your tackle just clotheslines them around the neck in a choker hold, I don't think that's holding the ball. I think that's a high tackle. The tackle needs to be legal for the decision to be paid holding the ball. If a tackle becomes illegal, then it's not holding the ball. If the tackle started, so the tackle did start in the right spot, but then you can see his arms are around, below Manor's knees. And effectively the tackle is what tripped Manor up. So, it's a low tackle, it's a trip, whatever you like to call it. If his arms were finished above Manor's knees, then it's a legal tackle and it's holding the ball. If Bobby Hill does not tackle him, riding him into the ground in the back. Just a bit of 101 for any crew out there that might need some teachings on the adjudications. But no doubt, very confusing. Lots of discussion about it. And look, it's really tough. Like the emotion of a game where you're waiting for a play to kick after the siren and it's not your team. You're kind of just in that, they'll kick it every time mindset. And that was certainly, I thought, just, the last play of cool blitz holding the ball, maybe a bit unlucky, cool, we'll roll with it. Steel side bottom's right there, so no one was on side bottom goal side, because if someone was close to side bottom, then his kick gets smothered or just doesn't make its way inside 50 or it gets touched, gets a hand on it, then, you're less likely in that situation. It's like 6 seconds to go, like, yep, cool, Darcy Cameron's going to have to take a long time to get this kick, and anyway... So, and then after the game, when he kicks it and you realise he misses, like, oh, thank God. You're more relief rather than chuffed. Like, if it was in open play and it just, ball was rolling around or whatever, I feel like this it would have been much more of a, come on. But it was just like, oh, my God. Thank the Lord there. So it was a very crazy finish, and it felt anticlimactic just with Chris missing. It felt like that the Pies lost it. We didn't necessarily win it, but we did the work in the first part of the game. We we hung around in the second and third term, and then we did a lot of work at the start of the fourth quarter. So we got 17 points up, and then it's all the umpiring's fault as the reason why Collingwood lost. But even though Dangerfield put on a masterclass and contested balls through the roof for us, and we were winning contests inside 50 and kicking goals left, right, and centre, but that's still the umpire's fault. So can't win sometimes. But yeah, I won't get too caught up in all that as I already have. Yeah, that's up for other people to decide. Sometimes it goes your way, other times it doesn't. Pies had their chances to win. They had a chance to win with the kick after the siren as well. They missed, and it's still the umpire's fault. So it's not Crispy's fault or their 15 behinds that they kicked. Yeah, that's how footy goes. In a tight game, there's a potential for things to go any which way. So get 17 points up in front before that happens, and get enough of a buffer so it's not a controversial umpiring decision away. Anywho, over to the stats. So, yeah, fair old game to digest. Plus 18 for the Pies with the ball, plus 6 inside 50s. Scotty said before the game, if they keep us to 40 inside 50s, we lose. Well, it's a bit more than, it's closer to 50 than 40, but not too far off the money there. Disposal efficiency, the Pies' disposal efficiency was like 81% or 80-something percent throughout the game. I think in the third term, over the course of the match. So that was, crazy. Now it was like late 60s. So that corrected itself as we were more conservative with the ball. Efficiency inside 50, relatively similar. The Pies were very dangerous when they did get up in their front half, but yeah, pretty close. Whoops. Free kick count, plus 7 of the Cats. A couple more going Geelong's way. But there is no rule that says that free kicks have to be even. The free kicks just can't be wildly one way or the other. Hit-outs, Pies plus 19 there, but that ended up in a relatively even clearance differential, 36 to 37, 10 centre clearances to 16, and around the ground. That's where we've been getting our work done. I think it was like 1 to 9 or 10 centre clearances at one stage, so we were getting absolutely slaughtered in there, but we were able to correct it as the game progressed. Love this one. A contested ball plus 13. Yeah, a lot of tough ball being won. Pies had a bit more of the ball on the outside in open space. Turnovers more from our perspective. Usually if we concede over 100 marks, it's pretty dangerous, but hey, not on this occasion. Pies, they love their 20, 30 metre little chips. We didn't get as much control on the game. Pies' pressure was really good. They forced us along down the line a fair bit. Marks inside 50, concerning to concede 18. We only got 9 ourselves. We know the Pies are really good on that front. We know Jez doesn't really fly for marks, so he just picks up off the deck and goes to work when he can. Contested marks are relatively even as well. And in terms of time in front, Pies led for most of the game. We led for quarter and a bit. For the tackles, Pies out-tackled us as well, so they worked incredibly hard. Not to say we didn't. We only just sort of, missed the mark there. 1%ers, we get a lot of those each and every week. All right, we're now over to the votes. Are these tough? Well, the one vote is very tough. 3 votes. P. Dangerfield. He was unbelievable. 1 goal, 2, 29 disposals, 5 marks, 4 tackles as well, 2 clearances, almost 500 metres gained, 2 goal assists. What more can you say about this guy? His ground ball work in the last quarter especially was, just inhumane. It was Superman-like, superhero status for Paddy Boy. Just the amount of hard work he does, crashing packs, winning those difficult balls, moving the ball forward. He was absolutely phenomenal. It was one of the all-time great games, and he's 35 and aging like a fine wine. Bailey Smith for the 2 votes, stiff. Paddy put in an all-timer, and Bailey was enormous. He kicked 1 goal, had the 34 disposals, 6 marks, couple of tackles as well, had the 5 clearances, over 700 metres gained. absolutely works his backside off each and every week. He was trying to get running carry from the back half when all the chips were down and going against us. He was, just amazing to watch. Kicked a clutch goal from 50 as well. He burnt Paddy. Just went for it. I think that was early in the match. So, yeah, he was outstanding, I felt. The one vote's really hard, and this is left of centre, I think, but Mark Blitzarves gets the vote for me. Kicked a goal, had the 9 disposals, 3 marks, couple of tackles, 20 hit-outs in the ruck, had a couple of clearances, and just the amount of contests he diffused, he like punched through about 7 or 8 on the wing that, if you don't affect those contests, they just get marked or the Pies go on with it. And kicked a goal early on in the piece, which proved to be pretty valuable. And I thought he was just everywhere. He was up forward, he was in the midfield. He did some really good things. He got that fingernail touch on that ball. There's just so many moments where, he just has those knock-ons. He halves those contests. He puts our teammates in really good spots. So, I thought he was the ultimate utility, playing everywhere, doing everything for everyone. I don't know if he was the third best player on the ground, but just watching on the old KO, just felt he was excellent throughout the night. All right, over to Shawnee Manor. It's good to see him up near the top. 2 goals, 18 posies. Had the 5 tackles, 8 clearances. He led our clearance numbers. He was brilliant. Keep him around the source, I reckon. Even centre bounce, move him up forward, I think, would be definitely the play. Post centre bounce contest. Very good from Sean yet again. He's one of my favourite players behind Jazzy Cameron. So keep up the great work, Sean. Love your work, mate. Over to Maxi Holmes. He had the 21 disposals, 6 marks, 3 tackles, and a couple of clearances for his work there. Not as much territory that he would normally get. Goal assist. Lifted later in the game. Got a bit of it early. So, Maxi not playing his absolute best footy, but still driving the ball forward for us. Playing a crucial role and had a couple of really... Well, had that crucial clearance, which ended up in Dangerfield's goal. So, it's not about having 35. Sometimes you just have a little moment here and there that just makes all the difference in the end when Paddy kicks that clutch goal as well. Minchy D's back in the side with Stewie out. He had the 20 disposals, 6 marks, couple of tackles as well. Clearance, I thought he was really tough. It was rejuvenated. He looked very fresh and hitting targets left, right, and centre. So very valuable ball movement out of the back half, and helped us a long way to getting the win. Tommy Atkins battled hard, as he always does. 21 disposals, took a mark as well. 8 tackles, love that from Axe. And also had the 4 clearances. He's an absolute brute inside the contest, and boy, do we love what he does. Mark O'Connor was really good. He was down back a fair bit, which was where he started his career, and I reckon keep him right there. I mean, Stewie out, I guess, there's it goes to other people, but... even as a lockdown defender, whatever you need him to do, I think he's a real utility as well. 11 disposals for him, 8 marks, 5 tackles, and when the Pies were just surging the ball forward, he took a couple of really good intercept marks and contested marks as well, deep in defence, which, those are like gold. I thought, he was really good for us. Jackie Bowes kicked a goal. He loves a goal, loves a snag. 19 disposals, 5 marks, couple of tackles, couple of clearances. He has some funny moments where he just gets pinged for holding the ball. He looks all out at sea, but then he does some other great things that you go, wow, that's classy. So that goal definitely was to get us out to 17 points. Ultimately, the clincher got the job done and played a good role for us. Ollie Dempsey just fronting up each and every week, taking Gary Ablett senior hangers left, right, and centre. Kicked a couple of goals. 14 possessions for his work throughout the night, 4 marks as well. Got a tackle and a clearance and a goal assist. So involved directly with 3 goals there. One of the hardest working wingmen in the competition. That's a bit of a tongue twister there. And did really well for us last night. Over to SDK, played really, really well. Had the 14 disposals. He took the 7 marks as well. It was really composed down back, which was good to see. Had confidence going. for him. Went to sleep a little bit in that last quarter. I think Schultz took a mark and he was asleep, and then Myercheck took a mark in the goal square. He might have been asleep. I don't know if O'Sullivan was playing on him then, but yeah. But overall, throughout the night, really, really good. Brad Close, plenty of the ball. 18 disposals, 3 marks, a couple of tackles, and also clearance, 2 goal assists. He was just absolute engine room, up forward, working up and down the ground, as he does every week. Got more of the ball this week as well. He was really tough, had some great tackles in there as well. Zach Guthrie was all right. He had the 16 disposals, took the 4 marks, a couple of tackles, and also set up a goal, which is good. Almost 500 metres gained from his long kicking out of the back line. Played well. He's had other games where he's been, maybe he needs Stewie for a bit of air cover. Maybe the Pies ball movement was just really good. Played better games, but still was solid down back for us. Scratch was good. He kicked a goal, had the 8 disposals, took the 4 marks. He was clunking them, 2 tackles, involved nice and early in the game, and he geared himself up for it. He was really good. Could have kicked a couple more snags potentially, but competing very well, and was marking very confidently. Jezza Cameron kicked 1 goal, 11 disposals, had the 4 marks as well. Didn't get a lot of it, but I'm glad they did keep him predominantly inside 50. Did kick a nice little snap for us to keep us alive. Again, just feels like he's in second gear at the moment, and you feel like there's a couple more gears for him to go. But if Cameron kicks 1 and we still win, I'm happy with that. We know he kicked 4 last week and he was quite opportunistic. So, they did a good job on him. Humphreys had the 13 disposals, 3 marks, clearance as well. Didn't get as much of the ball, but I felt like when he did get it, it looked pretty damaging, moving it out of the back half. O'Shane Mullen played, what a game he played. Almost worthy of a vote. I think there might have been a couple others just in front of him, but 9 disposals, took a mark as well, 5 tackles, 4 clearances, set up a goal as well. But most importantly, nullified Nick Dacos, which was almost the impossible challenge. Dacos was better in that second and third term, but in terms of limiting damage, which is all you can do on a player like Dacos, Mullen did that as well. Frustrating him, gave away 50-metre penalty to Mullen from Dacos' work there, so he got quite frustrated throughout the night. That was very interesting to watch that play out, and he did I guess his role helped us win the game as well by not giving Dacos everything. Jai Clark got a bit of the ball. He had the 12 disposals, 3 marks, couple of tackles, couple of clearances, just trotting along, hopefully getting better each and every week. Solid from Jai with his 62% game time. Ollie Wiltshire kicked a goal, first goal in league footy, so that's always an exciting moment. He had the 7 disposals, couple of tackles in a half of footy. Looked decent with the ball, used it well, put us in some good spots. And ultimately, he contributed to the side there, and every score, every goal counts in a 3-point game. Ollie Henry back to some better form. Didn't get stacks of it, but he didn't need it. He got the 6 disposals, but he ended up with the 2 goals, including a really difficult shot from the boundary, and an amazing snap from Darcy Moore's little scoop up. A couple of marks and a tackle as well. Also set up a goal. So, Ollie Henry doesn't need 20 disposals and 10 tackles or anything like that. He's good with 10 and 2 or 3 goals. You can't ask much more than that. Stengel was all right. He didn't hit the scoreboard in a big way, but he got the 12 disposals, also got the 3 tackles in there, but he set up 2 goals, so he's almost doing a bit of Bradley Close, where he's just, he's been the money man, delivering to our forwards, and ultimately, he set up 2 goals whilst he wasn't kicking 3 or 4 himself. He was able to get ourselves in a good spot to hit the scoreboard in a big way and set up 2 snags, which is great. O'Sullivan was pretty handy, 10 disposals, took a couple of marks. Myercheck kicked 4 goals, 3. I don't know if he was on him the whole game. And remember, he kicked 1 or 2. So, I can't say their big forwards were crazy, but, I mean, Myercheck did turn into Wayne Carey in the last 5 minutes of the game. Myercheck always seems to kick 2+ goals against us. It's a good little sports bet one. Gamble responsibly. Reece Stanley had the 2 disposals, 5 hitouts, and it was out pretty early in that second term. So injured for the large part of it. All right, let's have a look-ski at next week. Whew, what a game. My heart's still in absolute shock after that one. Got to go all the way down to Sunday, and we've got Geelong, GWS Giants in Geelong. What a game it'll be. Giants, you know what they're going to get from those guys, irrespective of how well they're going. Their legacy game or supremacy game is always against us. They play their grand final against us every year. And beat it. I can't remember the last time we beat them in Geelong, to be honest. Probably like 2017 or something like that. I'm going to have to do a bit more digging in, a bit more research there. But they got us in 2021, 2022. We didn't play them in Geelong. Yeah, I'm going to say 20. Yeah, going to be 2018. I think the last time we beat the Giants at home. So yeah, look, we're up against it there. It's been 6 or 7 years. I think we should be good enough to get the win, but I say that every time, and then the Giants win by under a kick, and Toby Green just kicks a goal with 10 seconds to go every time to win the game. So yeah, look, they know how to play us. They lower the eyes. They're very deliberate in their approach. They don't try and hand the ball back to you. You do have to win it. They're not going to give the game to you. But yeah, going to be a close one. I think with the win over the Pies, puts us in a pretty good spot. Lots of confidence going into this game. Hopefully a couple of troops back as well. Puts us in a good spot to be favourites. But yeah, genuinely, I see as a 55-45 in favour of the Cats. If not 50-50 really. But yeah, it'll be, you just know it's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout at all. I hope it's a blowout in Geelong's favour. But history would suggest, like history here, always really, really close. So there you go. What a game, guys. Hope all the neutral fans out there enjoyed it. Pies fans, even though the crispy kick didn't go the right way, it's an amazing effort, and it's a big congratulations to Jack Crisp on playing record number of games in a row, consecutive games, 245. So it's a fantastic milestone and achievement. I don't know if that will be beaten ever again. I think they may have thought that with Jim Steins, but 245 and whatever else he's got left to play there, despite any injuries. It's a phenomenal achievement, and it almost looked like the fairy tale. It's the footy gods, the footy script was just there waiting to be done, and wasn't able to make it happen for the Pies this time. But he's usually an amazing kick. But big congratulations to Crispy, and the Pies are putting up an all-time classic home and away game for all the fans to see there in what was a heart stopper, a true roller coaster, cliffhanger, whatever you like. All right, that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review and my take on the game. Give it a like if you did, and interested to hear your thoughts on the game as well. Any little nuggets that you saw throughout the game or observations that you had, chuck those in the comments. Be very interested to see how you guys saw the game. Subscribe away as well so you can keep up to date with the Cats reviews each and every week. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next video.